How's it going, everybody? This is Maxwell McGee back again with Patrick Riley from Sega.
Hey, Maxwell.
Hey, Patrick. And today we're going to be taking you guys through Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown's extensive training mode, because as some of you might be seeing in this clip right now, I'm okay at Virtua Fighter, but I'm kind of getting worked. And Patrick, I think I need a little extra help.
Right. So one of the things that we got a lot of requests for, one of the things that was very popular for Virtua Fighter 4 Evo was the training mode.
Because you had like a massive multi-section training mode that took you through the different characters and the different mechanics and really broke everything down for people.
Right. And so the circumstances were pretty special. It allowed us to implement that in Virtua Fighter 4 Evo. But we wanted to do as much of that as possible. So again, we've implemented, as you can see at the top of this menu, tutorial. So this is basically taking a player who's new, and also some intermediate moves, basically through the Virtua Fighter 5, what you need to know. So
this is sort of covering the basics. So as I see here, you've got like your dashing, your jumping, and guarding. Sort of not character specific per se, just more of like here are the mechanics and everything.
So there's no character specific moves in the basic throws here. But you know, it gets into pretty intermediate stuff.
You want to jump into one here? Let's take a look.
So defensive moves, essentially, you know, if someone is doing a straight linear attack towards your character, you can do what's called a defensive move to the foreground or background of the screen to, you know, as it is a 3D fighter, to evade the move in the full 3D direction.
All right.
So, you know, this essentially, the first one is just showing you, hey, you can move in any direction.
You can totally sidestep back and forth, easy breezy.
So yeah, so similarly we have that for many other move types. And as we had in Virtua Fighter 5, you can go through your move list, and going through your entire move list is also leaderboarded. So this is just typical. So you can just go through really quickly like that if you know your moves.
So when you say it's leaderboard, is that like a time challenge? Like see how quickly you can get through all your characters' moves?
Exactly, exactly. So, but the nice thing that we've done here in the command list is done some character-specific combos.
Oh.
So basically, and we can play demos here. Basically, these are all combos that will that are applicable to all weight classes. So as you may know, in Virtua Fighter 5, there's different weight classes of characters. So these are simple combos that should work against anybody.
Because sometimes in fighting games, like they'll give you the combo breakdown, but it'll usually be like an enormous combo that's only useful in like a handful of situations that you never really see practically used.
So more intermediate players, if you're trying to learn a new character and you say, okay, what are the basic combos? This is something we didn't have in Virtua Fighter 5. That I think is pretty helpful. Just to learn the different combos. So
and I like that it shows you like the timing, the inputs, and everything. Because sometimes, again, they'll show you a combo, and it's like, oh, but there's a weird pause in between like this hit and that hit, and if you don't already know that, then you'll never be able to figure out the combo.
Exactly.
And so now we're looking at the third part of the training mode suite, which is your traditional free training mode, correct?
Correct. So a nice thing here again is you can pretty much get the frame data of all of your moves. So you can basically you went to analysis and figure out
which
if
moves
you're advantage or
safe
disadvantage.
And which one's time advantage and things like that.
So yeah, that kind of
And for people who maybe are unfamiliar, do you want to break down what frame advantage necessarily means?
Yes. So frame advantage essentially it's how much advantage you have over your opponent in offense or defense. So every move takes a certain number of frames to execute until it gets to its active state. So if you have frame advantage, it means that you have kind of the initiative over your opponent, because you're going to be able to input a move that many more frames faster than your opponent. So essentially it means that you're going to be able to make a safer, faster move that will more likely hit them, or a bigger move that will have the same priority as a faster move if you have the frame advantage. But here's where you can do the CPU settings. Okay. And basically give the CPU different action settings, give it the skill level. You can just pretty much fight in here, do different health bars. If a lot of people just want to train and don't want to keep reloading, go through the loading menu. So I mean, this is also a good mode for that, where you can just say, okay, the CPU's health bar is going to regenerate. You're not going to have to keep spitting
You
out
don't have to
a
keep knocking
reload
them out
menu.
and then
Yeah.
loading it back up again.
Right.
Knocking them out. Yep.
So okay, so another great thing about free training is say that you want to record certain moves that your friends do against you, or something you're continually getting beat by.
Yeah.
Then I'm just going to show something really simple here. But so I've set up Shun versus Pi, probably the matchup that I have the most against a friend here at Sega. So I'm going to record some commands for Pi, and say that it's like, okay, here's what he's always doing.
So you can, record and save these, and then you can pull them back up as you can see on this list here. You don't have to go back and re-input them every time you wanna bring up a certain command.
Correct. So you can basically record 3 strings, and then you can have the CPU repeat one of the strings over and over, or you can have them randomized between the 3 strings if you want to learn how to defend against all of them. So I've put in a few here.
And that way it makes it a little more unpredictable for yourself as it would be in an actual combat situation. It's also nice that it shows you the frame data as well for Pi against here, so you can know, like, you can figure out the appropriate time to counter attack and what moves you can implement. It's really handy.
So he's like, okay, yeah, I'm at plus 15 right here if I block everything.
Yeah, so you can pretty much throw out whatever at that point.
Right. Plus 17. So you can figure that kind of thing out. So how much advantage do I have?
All right, Patrick, is there anything else you'd like to add about Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown before we wrap up?
Well, I think one of the coolest things about Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown is just the massive amount of character customization that's going to be popular. Just through limits on digital downloads, we weren't able to include everything in the main game, so we're going to have the customization as a DLC. So right away you can see there's just tons of character slots, and right now we're customizing the characters also have costume types. So we're only looking at a subset even of Shun. So this is costume type A.
Okay.
So if you went to costume type B, C, D, S, then there would be different even more options available than I'm going to show you here. So just an insane number of options. As you can see, just crazy stuff.
You've already got 3 sections for just the head.
Right.
Whereas in most cosmetic modes, it would just be the one section. You'd pick out your goofy hat, which I can see you obviously have an amount of goofy hats.
Yes. The number. So your goofy hat won't necessarily be the same as somebody else's goofy hat. Exactly. So yeah, you just want to be crazy. There's just tons of options, and it's very unlikely that you're going to end up looking exactly like someone else.
Now, do you have any sort of like rough estimate on total number of cosmetic pieces for the entire cat?
It's in the thousands. It's in the thousands. So I think it's over 1,000 per character.
Okay. All right, Patrick. Well, as we're wrapping up, can you remind the folks at home when Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown will be out and on what platform?
So very soon. Don't have long to wait. It's going to be out June 5 on PS3, and the following day, June 6 on Xbox 360.
Awesome. And then about how much is this going to set people back?
It's $14.99. Only $14.99 for the base game.
That's not bad at all.
Yep.
And then did you want to talk about it?
Yes, and we are also talking about the DLC. So as I was talking about, there's a huge number of customizable options per character. The DLC, there's going to be 2 ways to buy it. You can either buy it in 2 packs of character packs, which are $14.99 each. 10 character in one pack and 9 characters in another pack. Or you can, if you're only wanting to concentrate on a specific character, then you can just buy a single character pack for $4.99.
All right, Patrick. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Yep. Thanks, Maxwell.
Take care.
All right.